Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, share to any and everyone that you can, just so we can get out there a little bit more. With that being said, welcome to the video. The Celtics lose Game 5 in Golden State, 104-94. Squander an opportunity to go up 3-2, one step closer to being champions. But, it wasn't a terrible game as much as it was just a terrible fourth quarter and a pretty bad first quarter too. But Andrew Wiggins first I just want to say you cannot lose the subpar Curry game. Everybody's known Curry's been going crazy, superhuman this whole series. We knew that one game where Curry just regular human. We knew that game was coming, and the Celtics squandered that opportunity. Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton was a huge player in this game. Jordan Poole did some things, but Andrew Wiggins, man, it's just back-to-back doubles, 26 and 13 this game, 12 for 23 from the field, I'm pretty sure. Just his aggression, and especially in that fourth quarter, his defense on Tatum, he forces Tatum into a lot of tough shots, and I don't think Tatum is as physical as he should be with him putting on all that hustle during the offseason. I don't know what he did that for if he's not gonna go to the basket strong, if he's not gonna use it. I'm not saying push off, but use your shoulder, go to the bucket hard and finish. Game 2, he was foul hunting, doing all that soft shit. Head coach came out post game of game 2 and said he's doing the foul hunting shit too much. First of all, your coach shouldn't even be saying that in the finals. He comes out game 3 and he corrects it. Doesn't finish at the rim at the rate I would like him to, but he went strong. And you see how much of a difference that is for guys that's offensive rebounding and just him going strong overall. Then he comes out game 4 and has his worst game in the finals. He goes right back to foul hunting. And some of that, I think 60% of that is Tatum not trusting the best part of his game, in my opinion, which is his mid-range game. A game where guys like him and KD, guys that are like 6'9" to 6'10" or 6'11", can shoot over anybody. You just shooting over people. That's what Tatum does. He shoots over people. He makes tough shots. And in that free throw, the top of the key range, that should be money all day. And he's really shied away from his mid-range game these last couple of years where, in today's NBA, it's called not really a good shot. It's either you're hitting threes or you're getting right to the paint. So I think with his height, his strength, if he uses it correctly, he can dominate in that area. We've seen Chris Paul last year, Devin Booker. We've seen guys like Chris Middleton dominate in the mid-range. You can make a living in that area. And that's, to me, Tatum's most impressive part of his game is his silky smooth scoring. And I think that elbow and that free throw line are his sweet spots. Again, we all knew that Curry subpar game was coming. Andrew spelled him along with Klay Thompson, who had 21 points on 7 for 15. Had some very timely threes in the third quarter when the Celtics were making that run with Switch, because it's usually Golden State having those huge third quarters. Klay Thompson hit about 3 threes to make sure the Celtics didn't blow away too far. So hats off to Klay. Gary Payton's athleticism, I think he also hit a 3, but he's a great on-ball defender. He's a great finisher, a great cutter, so he also makes a difference. Poole, again, I think we've had Poole on lock this whole series. He hit some shots, but that half-court shot was just a big swing in momentum. Celtics scored 35 points in that quarter, and Poole just hit that. You got to play every second of every quarter if you want to come out to be a champion. And Grant was like, oh, it's 3 seconds left. What can happen? A half-court shot can happen. He did it before. So, other than the half-court shot, which obviously helped them, Poole had like 12, but it is what it is. Now to the Celtics. Tatum had a good game. He started off slow, came on in that second when he came in, was aggressive as hell. That third quarter, hit a couple threes, got those switches, got some great passes into Smart and Horford, I believe. And it's just, he had a good game, but in a game where Brown struggled, every role player struggled except for Rob. Smart had his stretches, but in a game where Brown didn't really give you that much, you need a top 5 Tatum. Now, this game isn't his fault, but in the fourth quarter, he did get locked down. He shot 1 for 5 from the field in the fourth quarter. As the best player and the best scorer, you can't do that. So Tatum played okay. Wish he could have finished a little stronger. Team could have finished a little stronger, but that fourth quarter was just horrible. So it is what it is. Smart really had his stretches in this game. That second quarter run where they were getting closer, they got stops, they were scoring. Smart really sparked that with his post-up game. He was posting up Curry. He was even posting up Klay Thompson and Poole too, where he was just backing them down, taking that turnaround shot or finding people in the post. And the Celtics have a theme of not continuing to do things that work or get them leads. That Smart shit was working, and the Warriors did not stop it for a sustained amount of time, and the Celtics just stopped doing it. I can't really fault them too much because what they was doing in the third quarter worked to a T, but I would have liked to see that Smart posting up because it gives Tatum and Brown a chance to just roam around, cut, come off screens. He was vital to the stretches that the Celtics had, so okay game for Smart. Brown. 6 for 18, I believe. 18 points, 28%. The turnovers between Smart, Brown, and Tatum, 13 combined. Like, every time I say this, I don't mean to discredit the Warriors or any past team that the Celtics played, but the Celtics beat themselves more often than not, bro. In 5 games in the NBA Finals, the Golden State Warriors have 108 points off the Celtics turnovers. That is the most in 5 games throughout the finals since the 1992 Chicago Bulls. So the Celtics have given up the most points off turnovers in 30 years. In 5 games. Not even the whole series, in just 5 games. It's the turnovers and the stretches where they lack focus for some reason. I would never understand. It's the unforced stuff, and majority of the turnovers are live ball turnovers. Like, when they have 16 plus turnovers in the playoffs, they're 1-7. When they have less than that, they're 13-2. Turnovers are the barometer of winning for this team in the playoffs. And when they take care of the ball, they are NBA champions, bro. It's just that simple. If they take care of the ball, they're NBA champions. But aside from just the turnovers, it's even in those runs where they go up 4, they cut the lead to 4, they go up 5. It's not just the turnovers, it's the way they don't value possessions in times where they're doing good. In the second quarter, they cut the lead. Golden State was giving them so many opportunities to take a lead and extend it, and the Celtics just weren't valuing possessions at all. Just taking bad shots in possessions where if you get a good shot here, take time off the clock, that could go a long way. Smart tried to throw a post-up entry pass to Brown from the other wing and turn the ball over. Like, it's just stuff like that, and Smart has done that a lot this series, and with passes that had no business being thrown anyway. Even if it got through, there was no way somebody was going to score off those. And he did that at the end of game 4 to Brown and got Brown a turnover. The Celtics just don't value possessions. They go too quick, too often, and it often leads into turnovers. And the barometer for them to win is the number of turnovers. This game, the whole team had a 1-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. 18 assists, 18 turnovers. Warriors, 4-to-1, 24 assists, 6 turnovers. There's absolutely no way you win the NBA Finals having the same amount of assists and turnovers. Along with Brown, who had a horrible game. The role guys, except for Rob off the bench, just white 1 point. Didn't know what he was doing on the court. Didn't know where he was supposed to be. Grant, 3 points. Somebody who I thought would thrive in this series just because of the size of the opposing team. Play a little small ball 5, get some cuts, be versatile. He hasn't done anything this whole series. He hasn't been an impact in any of these games. And I think Pritchard should play a little bit more, but his time is reliant on if he's hitting shots. He had that stretch, missed 3 open threes. He didn't play again. So it is what it is. But Rob, even though he's not 100%, He's showing the whole world why he's an impact player and why he was a defensive player of the year candidate before he got hurt and he was all defensive second team. The Celtics need to find him more often. Every game this season I've watched, on a roll or a slip, they've missed Rob multiple times each game. And for a team that's not great on offense, they need to get as many easy buckets as they can. And the easiest 2 points they're ever going to get is from Rob, because he's the most athletic person on the court 99% of nights. Smart's the only one that seems to pick up on when Rob is open with those lobs and stuff, but it's hard to ask them to do that now when it's something they should have been doing. But you know, Rob's also a great passer. I would like to see him at the top of the key more. Just anything to get Tatum and Brown off the ball as much as possible. Get them in positions where they don't have to dribble a lot to score. Anything to get them into positions where they can score right away, and in positions where the defense isn't just focused on them as soon as they touch it. So I still believe the Celtics can win in 7. Of course, they have to take the hardest route possible because that's just who they are. But game 6 in TD Garden, Thursday at 9 o'clock. I will see you guys after that game. Peace.